No, this video is not clickbait. My Mercedes AMG got thousands of dollars of damage thanks to the council's negligence. With that said, let's head straight to the scene of the crime in the end. If you saw last week's video, the M4 got in a crash, and while I've already replaced it, guys, I thought I'd get a family car, BMW X3, great for the kids, the family, all that stuff. Obviously, I'm joking. The M4's getting inspected today to see what the damage is like, but they've lent me out this X3, and it's a very nice X3 for two reasons. One, it's M40i, which means it's got a B58. And two, have a look at this interior. This is honestly one of the most beautiful BMW interiors I've ever been in. I absolutely love this color. I know it makes me look like an old man. Out of curiosity, I need to find out what it's called. I found out it is called Tartufo Merino. Tartufo Merino. Let's do it with an Australian accent. This and Silverstone are probably my two favourite interiors I've ever seen. If I could steal these seats and put them in the M4 without anyone knowing, I would do it. Enough yapping, we're on the road. Let's go investigate the scene of the crime. But there's not much to investigate because it was 2 years ago when this happened. To give a bit of reference, before you knew Performance Nick with that ugly blue M4, he had another car. And believe it or not, I was an AMG boy. I had an AMG before the M. That is true. I had an A45 before I had my M4. And that A45, well, it was a good car till I hit a pothole and it cost me a lot of money. Whoa, 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 hold on. They've just opened a Guzman and Gomez here. And they're doing $5 burritos. Oh, whoa, whoa, hold on a sec. Thank you, you too. This was not in the plan, but for $5, I got a breakfast burrito and an iced latte. That came for free with my $5 burrito. I got a little bit distracted, but I did have an A45. It was a cool car, it was fun, but I only owned it for I think like 7 months, and I sold it for two reasons. One, because it was about to hit 100,000 kilometers, so I wanted to sell it before that, and two, it pissed me off, because why did I have to spend so much money on fixing it, and the government won't help me? Anyways, let me enjoy this, and let's go to the scene of the crime before I get more annoyed. One bite review, I give it an 8 out of 10. Anyways, I'm not a food review channel. What am I doing? Talking about this is making me go crazy. We've made it to the scene of the crime right there. Can you see it? No, because it's not there anymore, but this is where it happened. We're on Plummer Street, Port Melbourne. There's no point in me sitting there and talking about it because it's just a busy road. I can't even park there. So let's go to a new spot. B58 power. So the story begins. On the 10th of May 2023, me and a relative were in my A45 and we were driving down Plummer Street, exactly where I showed you. It was around 6 p.m. and being May in Australia, of course that meant it was complete darkness outside. It was like midnight. We were just driving down Plummer Street, making our normal commute, thinking nothing about it, and then out of nowhere, a big and loud bang hits us. What the hell was that? It was genuinely so loud, we looked at each other thinking we hit a person or an animal or something crossing the street and we just didn't see it. I look left, right, up, down, what happened there? And I can't see anything. My next thought is, damn, my transmission just blew up or something like that. But the car was running okay. But then it clicked. We got out the car and had a look, and there was a pothole there, which was probably about 15 to 20 centimeters deep and about a meter in circumference. It was huge. It was like a bomb had landed there. But here is where we made the crucial mistake. We looked at it and we left. So later that night, I go to my girlfriend's house, and near the end of that drive, I noticed something weird, but kind of cool. My A45 had started making a humming / whining noise. I thought my A45 had just grown a supercharger, the first ever supercharged A45 in the world. And the faster I accelerated, the louder it got. I thought I got a baby Hellcat. I'm no mechanic, but I don't think superchargers just grow onto the car. So that was a bit strange. Anyways, I thought maybe the wheel was cracked, and I was a bit annoyed about that because the AMG wheel's anywhere from $800 to $2,000. If only that was the truth. Being super paranoid about this noise because it just kept getting worse, literally the next day, within 24 hours, I went to my mechanic who did the roadworthy on that car when I bought it. And it's lucky I went when I did, because he checked it out and yeah, it wasn't a cracked rim. Stop right there. If you want to hear an M4 rev, like and subscribe. Did you do it? All right, here you go. Back to the video. Boys, maybe I should get an SUV. I can literally lie down in the back while I record. But yeah, it wasn't the wheels, it was my diff. The whole diff was cooked. The impact had actually cracked the diff, and I pretty much had no diff oil when I got to the mechanic. Luckily, there was enough to keep it going. And well, that kind of explained that whining noise now. But my mechanic had seen this before, because Australia, believe it or not, for being a first world country, you know, lucky land down under, we've got some very horrible roads. We saw that 2 videos ago. I don't know what road I've gone down, but I'm about to take my wheels off the car. Holy crap. But he said I was in luck because the government had released this new policy to where if the damage is over $1,400, they will cover the cost. They'll reimburse you for the damage. This was great news for me because a diff costs more than $1,400. To be exact, it cost me $3,953.59. And before I paid for this, I called Vic Roads to confirm, and they said, yes, pay for it and we'll reimburse you if it's proven that it's because of the road the damage was done. And obviously the road did this damage, so I was ready to get my money back. And just like that, I went from depressed to happy. I'm getting a new diff and it's getting the cost completely covered. So I forked out the $4,000, got it fixed, and as they requested, I sent out in the mail the request form for them to reimburse me, which I found kind of strange. They want it sent in the mail. Anyways, I filled out the form, I got the mechanic's note, I got the quote, I got everything they wanted, and I sent it out. But then I kept following up, not hearing anything, and eventually I got through to them and they told me they never received it. Kind of strange, like I recommend that I should email it, but no, you guys wanted it in the mail. Anyways, they said you can email it now. So I copied it, made a new form, and I emailed it to them. And on the 9th of the 6th, 2023, they confirmed, Vic Roads confirmed, we have received it, and they've given me a claim number. So it's being worked on, it's happening. They've received it, now it's just a waiting game. I'm just gonna open my bank account, and I'm gonna get that exact dollar amount refunded to me, reimbursed. Happy days, now I can go on with my life happily. Well, that was some hopeful thinking. Weeks have gone by now, and I've gotten no response. So I email, then I call, then I email, then I call again, then I email again. It has to be at least like 9 or 10. And every time I reach out, I either one, don't get a response, which was the majority of the time, or two, I get a political answer saying their claims department is looking into it and they'll get back to me. Keep in mind, months have gone past. It's not like I'm annoying them as soon as I sent it in. It's been months. And I'm sure you can understand the frustration. $4,000 is quite a bit of money. It's not just a bit of pocket change. It's not like, oh, you know, I won't notice it. It's $4,000. After over a whole year of chasing them up and sending in the claim and chasing them up and chasing them up, I finally got this in the mail. Not this exact one, but a document like this, which was about 30, 40, 50 pages even. It was a huge document they sent me. I got this and I honestly was excited. I'm like, all right, about time. It's a year later, I've moved on. What have they sent me? Maybe it's full of cash, I don't know. So I open up my document and it says, bad luck pretty much. Unluckily for me, I've got no law experience, but luckily for me, I've got family and friends that are studying, practicing, I've had their own experiences going through court with stuff like this. And they said the same thing, they've delayed it for so long and buried you with paperwork, so you just forget about it. And after reading through all these documents that they sent me, what they pretty much said was, we are not responsible for your damage because we fixed it the day after. No, I'm not joking. That's literally what they said. They claim with evidence that on the 11th of May at 8:20 a.m. they covered the pothole so no damage could be done to a car. But if you remember from a few minutes ago in this video, my claim was on the 10th of May at 6 p.m. That was 14 hours before you fixed the damage. So I sent them back on a response, and this response was written by a lawyer. I mean, you can tell by the writing. But in performance sneak level English, this is what I said. On this date, we received the report. As stated, I had an incident on the 10th of May. You guys state in appendix blah, 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 on the 11th of May that you covered it with a cold mix and installed a road plate. You guys also provided a photo saying that you did cover it and fix the issue. The documents and photos you provide a lot of detail. But again, this was on the 11th of May onwards. My incident was before this. This does not demonstrate how it was repaired before the incident. And if anything, just says you looked after it after the damage was done to my car. I'm not satisfied with this and I'm still seeking the money that I sent you via the invoice that I had to pay. I look forward to hearing from you. And that's it. Radio silence. In that huge document they sent me, they said to call Vic Roads customer support. So I called them and they'd tell me one of two things. One, call the roads company that repaired the road. You can't call them, there is no number. Or two, we'll get someone to call you back. No one ever called me back. So I would start emailing again every few months, literally even to this year in 2025, 2 years later, I still keep emailing them. Here we are today in June of 2025. The car is long gone. I fixed it and I obviously sold it. I don't have it anymore. My biggest regret and biggest mistake that I made is on the night when I got out and looked at the pothole, I didn't take a photo of it. It's very uncommon for me, but if I used my brain just for 5 seconds, I would have my $4,000 because that would be a smoking gun, a photo of the damage with the car right next to it. But I didn't. I only saw it with my own eyes. I literally had everything they wanted. Dates, times, invoices, damage, photos of the damage, everything. And I met all their criteria. They just gave me this weak answer saying, yeah, well, it's not our fault, we fixed it later. Kind of like the Street Secrets video, I don't really know what to do now. Is it worth suing them and going to court? I don't know, because the cost of a lawyer is going to be so high. And even if I choose a no-win, no-fee lawyer, a lot of that $4,000 are going to go to paying them if we win the case. Is it worth following up again? I guess so. I'll keep emailing and calling, but it literally gets me nowhere. Will I give up? No! Because that's $4,000 I paid because a stupid council can't fix their roads in times or put adequate signage or lights or anything, and it cost me $4,000. Now, luckily for me, I can move on from this. If I lose $4,000, which I mean, I already have, I can move on. I'm here, I'm survived, I'm not struggling, I'm not homeless. But it really does make me feel, what happened if this was someone who didn't have the money? They're living paycheck to paycheck, and they just get a $4,000 bill to fix their car, and they can't afford it. What happens if this happened to someone who's on the pension, or someone who's retired, or someone who's on government payments? $4,000 is a lot of money. How are you just gonna fork that out and move on? That's literally rent and food for the month. So what are your thoughts? What should I do here? How do I get my money back? And how do I prove a point that this wasn't my fault, it was theirs? But one thing's for sure, I'm gonna miss these beautiful seats, man. What a beautiful color. I've forgotten the name, but Nick, you can say it again.
Tartufo Merino.
Next video will be back of the M4, and we're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do with that wrap, because yeah, I don't think there's any fixing it, but we'll find out the result today. Comment what I should do, like and subscribe. I appreciate all of you for checking out my videos. And going forward, I'm gonna make more videos of the M4, and hopefully we'll be getting a new car soon for some more content. I'll see you next week, because we post every single week without fail. So I'll see you in a week's time.